Okay, so good morning, everyone. Welcome to our coffee hour. We have a coffee hour every Saturday for the Stouty Garcia team to move our practices or our businesses forward so that we can learn the skills, gain the confidence, and be able to move forward in our OPTAVIA businesses. This is such an opportunity for everyone to be wildly successful and to reach out and help other people, whether we're helping them with the program, helping them transform their mind and their health, or whether we're helping them with creating financial health as well. So our speaker this morning is Pat Stouty, and I believe Stan is also going to add to the conversation. So Pat and Stan Stouty. And I am really blessed that 15 years ago, Pat reached out to me about the OPTAVIA program and the business. And so she and I have been kindred souls for 15 years, sharing this program and business model with people that we love and care about. And so Pat, go ahead and take it away.
Well, good morning. Good morning. I think I know most everyone here. And if not, hopefully you'll get to know me by the end of this presentation this morning. And my partner in crime is here with me. Here he comes. We're here in Texas, and Stan is going to chime in, especially in the end, or if I get stuck on anything. Every now and then I confuse myself. Anybody ever do that? And so I'm excited to share about the compensation plan, and just to give you a little bit of my story. I'm getting my papers in order here. I've been a coach now for over 14 years. There'll be 15 this summer. And, this is the best thing I've ever done. Yes, I had an amazing transformation after being overweight and obese all of my life. I'm at a healthy weight for almost 15 years, and just so grateful. I can't even imagine. And that's another whole story. But I want to share my business story today. Stan and I have always been entrepreneurial. He was an independent contractor all of our adult life together. And, we knew we didn't have a retirement, a company we weren't paying into retirement because we were independent contractors. We knew we had to take care of us. And our one goal I had was to put children through college without college debt, those who wanted to do college. And we were able to do that. And the other thing, I'm going to stop my share a minute. There you go. After you do that, then you wonder, do I have enough money? And we used to laugh and say, well, if we live to 65, we have enough money. But what if we live to 85 or 95? And, that's always the big question. So when I started on with OPTAVIA, we had, health goals, yes. But I had business goals. My first goal was to create $10,000 a month income to be able to bring Stan home from corporate America. Now, remember, we were empty nesters. Our kids were done with college. And I didn't feel I needed to make $1,000, $1 million a month. It was a 5-year goal. We did it in 3 years. And that's when we hit global director, basically, at that point. And we've never looked back. And so today we're going to talk about our compensation plan. And sometimes anybody here feel like it's complicated? But the beauty here, and especially I want to share with our new coaches, the beauty is we learn as we go and grow our business. We learn more and more about the compensation plan. And another beautiful thing is we always have our mentors. So, and believe me, even as mentors, sometimes we learn together. Preparing for today kind of just refreshed a lot of things for me. So I'm happy to be able to share with you. Let's see if I can get back to my screen share. Here we go. So with our compensation plan, and it can seem complicated. There are many ways we get paid with OPTAVIA. And so, but how, where do we need to be? Well, we're going to talk about integration a little bit. And so our compensation plan is designed to reward us for certain activities. There's client acquisition and support. There's health coach sponsoring and mentoring. There's mid-level leadership development and support. There's top-level leadership development. And then the full integration at each level, as well as continuing education and certification. So where do we get started? Let's start, when we first become coaches, many of us start strictly maybe to help a few people, maybe to, if we're health professionals, to help patients. A lot of people start to help a sister or a mom or somebody in the family who's watched them. It can be organic. These results when we do weight loss are people see. And that's the beauty of it. And of course, there's 3 questions they ask. What are you doing? Can I do it? Will you help me? So, different coaches start for different reasons. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. If I can advance. Here we go. First, we'll start with client acquisition and support. Okay. We get paid in these ways. There's a client support commission. There's client support bonuses. We have a certification bonus. We have a health coach consistency bonus and client acquisition bonus. So you can start as a health coach, strictly help clients, and get paid in 5 different ways. Okay, so here we go. Let's talk about each. Client support commissions. Every coach, and this is on every order, we earn 15% of the retail dollar on the FQV, which is your frontline qualified volume. This is the volume of clients I personally bring on. This client support commission is paid weekly. OPTAVIA will allows us, the way that it works is from Monday to Sunday. They look at what client orders were placed from Monday to Sunday, and then they will pay each of us 15% every week. I don't care if you're a brand new coach with 1 client or you an integrated presidential with a huge team and many, many clients. From Monday to Sunday, they look at the orders that we have acquired, and usually by Wednesday or Thursday, a check for 15% is in our checking account. That is client support commissions. And again, it doesn't matter if it's the first of the month, last week of the month, you get 15% weekly as support commissions. Okay. So what's next? Next is what we call support bonuses. Okay. Again, this is strictly on clients that you are sponsoring. So come the end of the month, OPTAVIA will look at this. If you had less than $1,200 in volume, you do not receive this bonus. If you get to $1,200, you would receive an additional 5%. So how does this work? Well, at the end of, let's say March, Wednesday is March 31. The company, after they close the March books, they will look and say, okay, D earned more than $1,200, but less than $2,400. So she gets a 5% bonus. So this support bonus will be in her check April 15th. Now, if D did 6,000 or more, this is the top support bonus percentage. She would get a 13% check on her volume for the month of March. And again, that would be on her April 15th check, which is for March business. So that's the support bonus. Now, remember that. So that's 2 of the 5. Third way that we get paid is a certification bonus. So you get certified one time. everybody knows, you become a certified coach. If you do, then you earn this 3% certification bonus on every order. When is it paid? It's paid on the 15th of the following month. So for March, they would look at Dee's FQV. If she is a certified coach, then she gets 3% of that on her the check that's written on April 15th. Now, I'm going to show you I think this chart helps us all to see all three. Here, look on the left with me. Here's your client support. Here's your client bonus. And here's your certification. So if you have less than $1,200 in volume, you get paid 18% if you're certified. If you're certified. Now, if you're not certified, it's to 15. And then follow with me here for certified coaches. You see the figure at the bottom. And that's how we get to 31% compensation is the max for client acquisition and support. I don't know whether to stop for questions, or how about if you have questions, maybe we write them, because if we start questions, sometimes it'll, it can throw the flow off. What do you think, Dee?
Yeah. Put your questions in the chat,
and then we'll come back. It's not that many. I only have 20 slides, so I'll keep going if that's okay.
Yeah.
So this is 3 of the ways now that you can get paid as a coach. You're just helping clients, and this is compensation. So the 4th way is health coach consistency. And what consistency means is over time. So let's take a 3-month period, and your 3-month period starts when you get a minimum of 2,000 in FQV in 1 month. So minimum, never to drop below 2,000. Okay, so if you have 3 months in a row with 2,000 or more, but less than 4, you get a $250 bonus. So let's say January, February, March, this is kind of easy time of the year. You had at least 2,000. April 15th, this health coach consistency bonus of $250 would be in your April 15th check. So let's take the same 3 months, January, February, March. If your volume averaged 4,000, but remember, you can never drop below 2,000. So you can't drop below 2,000 and average 4,000 in 3 months. If you drop below any month, you start over again, okay? But let's say you were up 2,000 above all 3 months, you average 4,000, you get a $500 bonus. And then the same thing, same 3 months, if your average is 6,000, so that means 18,000 for the 3 months, and you never fell below 2,000 in any of those months, at the end of those months, your bonus is $1,000. So this could be an extra $4,000 a year as you grow your business. And again, this is strictly with clients. And that's our health coach consistency. The trick here is never to go below 2,000. I could tell you a funny story about that later. And the final way that we can earn as coaches, strictly bringing on clients, is our client acquisition bonus. And this is for brand new coaches. You earn a $100 bonus if in your first calendar days from activation. So that means pretty much the day you buy your kit, because that's an activation date. You buy your kit, when we put it in Connect and you buy that coach kit, your 30 days start running from there. What do you have to do to earn that $100? You develop 5 new clients. Now, these are brand new clients. This does not mean I could transfer a client to Dee and that would be one of hers. That's a transfer client. We need brand new clients, never have placed orders before. 5 new ones, and their orders total $1,000 or more. Then you would earn the $100 CAB bonus. We call it CAB, client acquisition bonus. So that's the 5 ways that just as a coach, you can earn commission for helping others create health. That's client acquisition and client support. Those are the 5 ways we get paid. All right, well, what happens to us many times, people, as you grow a business, your clients are getting healthy. They may want to help their friends and family and become coaches. So what I'm going to share next is the business coach compensation. And this is for, what are you paid for? Sponsoring and team building. So it's kind of sponsoring and supporting health coaches. Now, there's a couple of ways we get paid. We'll talk about them. The first is an assist bonus. The second is team growth bonuses. And the third, fully integrated business coach bonus. So let's go through these three. I think that's it. Yeah. Assist bonus. Remember, we just talked about it as a brand new coach. You get 5 clients whose orders total $1,000, and the new coach gets $100. Well, guess what? The sponsoring coach also, if you help support that new coach to their cab, you will get what we call an assist bonus. So that's strictly helping your new coach get started. $100. That's easy peasy. All right. Next, here's where, we're talking about supporting our coaches, and we're going to get into rank advancement. How do we as a coach grow as we bring on coaches? And this is where it can get tricky. And, this is all of this information we have in a document in Connect. I'll give you that, show you where to get that later. But let's talk about how do we advance to executive director. So it's a point system. So we're going to define the point system. You get 1 point for every $1,200 in frontline qualifying volume. I said FQV. It's the same figure you get paid on. You also can earn 1 point for every qualified senior coach team. Every coach that you help get 5 clients, and with their own, with 1,200 in FQV. Is a senior coach, you get 1 point for that. So we'll do it when you start. We're all coaches. You can become a senior coach. How did we, say it's very similar to CAB, except the QV is 1,200 and 5 ordering entities, and you're a senior coach. So that's 1 point. Now you can become a manager with the qualified senior coach with 2 points. So how can you do 2 points? You can do 1,200 in volume with 1 senior coach, or you can do, 2,400 in volume. It's 2 points. 1,200, is 1, 24 is 2, 36, 48, 6,000. That's how the points work. So depending on your points is how you get to executive director. Now you can do it by yourself with 6,000 in frontline volume, or you can do 4,800 in frontline volume with 1 senior coach. You can do 3,600 in frontline volume with 2 senior coaches. You can do 2,400 in frontline volume with 3 senior coaches. You can do 1,200 in frontline volume with 4 senior coaches. So you see, there's more ways than one. And that's what we call that when you're doing it with volume and senior coaches, that's what we call blended executive director, because you're blending your frontline volume with senior coaches. Now, most people either blended, we had to get to, in the old days, we had to have 6,000 in volume to get to executive director. And that was, this is a beautiful path. It's easier to get there. And not many people get there with 5 senior coaches. It was a very small percentage, but I want to tell y'all, we have one special lady on this call who did, and that was Dee Garcia. That's how she first became executive director. And now she, carries very high frontline volume, but there are different ways. So this could be a place you have questions, let me know, and we'll go back to these slides if we need to in this, because this is where it gets a little blended. And sometimes takes a little bit to soak in, okay? Now, this is the tough one. People always say, what do I earn on a coach that I bring on? So this is where what the title of this bonus is Team Growth Bonus. So how does it work? Well, let's say you are a senior coach and you bring on a coach. So if they are not senior coach, if you are the senior coach, because see this here, you guys see my cursor, senior coach, manager, associate director, and then executive. This is you. This is yours. And then here are the coaches you bring on, going down the left column, coach C, exact same thing. So let's say you're a senior coach, you bring on a coach, you earn 4% on all of their volume until they are senior coach. When they senior coach, guess what? Your 4% goes away. Where does it go? It goes to them as they rank up. But that's okay. And this is where people don't always understand, well, why do I want to help them rank up? Sorry, my thing seems real sensitive here. You want to help them. I always tell people, I want to help you bring home, take all the money for you off the table, because in the long run, you will earn you will earn more. That's the beauty of this compensation plan. Anybody who ever sees Dan Bell should say thank you. So let's say you're a manager and you have a coach, you would earn 6% on their business. As you continue to progress, you're an associate director, you would earn 8% on a coach. Director would be 10%, executive director is 12%. And that's on their volume. Whatever their volume is, you earn that percentage. But what do we want to do? We want to help our coaches rank up. So let's say your new coach becomes a senior coach. You have to stay ahead of them to earn this bonus. So if they are senior coach, of course, and if you have 1,200 and they become a senior coach, and that's 2 points, you would automatically be a manager and earn 2% on them. As they continue to grow, hopefully you will grow. Or let's say you're an executive director bringing on new people. Let's talk that way. When that person gets to senior coach, you earn 8% of their volume. When you help, you're an executive director. Remember, you're here in this right-hand column. You help a new coach get to manager. You earn 6% of their business. Same new coach, you help them get to associate director. You will earn 4%. And then you help them get to director. Yes, your percentage here goes down, but their income is going up. And that's a good thing. We're all in this. This is a business. We have to treat it like a business. So the question comes up, well, why do I want to help my coach get to executive director? Because look at this. When you're executive director and their executive director, guess what? No more bonus. No more team growth bonus. Remember, this is just one of the ways we get paid. When this happens, we celebrate. Why? Because then you will, instead of earning money on the team growth bonus, their executive director, then you as the sponsoring coach will earn in the executive director bonus box, which is coming up. That's another way that we get paid. So you get paid every step of the way as you help your coaches rank up. Hey, if they get stuck somewhere, you continue to earn this until they are executive director. And again, this is the team growth bonus. It's paid on the check of the 15th of the following month of business. So as I mentioned, you as an executive director help a new coach become an executive director. And that's when, that's when you would go into a leadership compensation. So before we talk about that, let's talk about a fully integrated business coach. Okay. This again is a rolling bonus, 3-month period. That means 3 consecutive months. Now, for this bonus, you must be certified. So fully integrated business coach is FIBC. Okay. So this means you become an FIBC. It's a 3-month period. You must be certified. And here are the 3 qualifications. Your frontline volume must be $6,000 or more. That's minimum a month. That's not an average. This is every month, at least 6,000. you must have 5 senior coach legs. And of course, your group volume must be 15,000 or more. In most cases, just your own volume is 6,000. So you need 5 coaches that would create 9,000 in volume. The 15,000 is not where we get hung up. Most of the time, we might be at 6,000 in frontline volume. It's the 5 qualified. The senior coaches is usually the last qualification for this FIBC bonus. Again, this is $1,000 every 3 months. This is another $4,000 bonus. So we've talked already about 2 bonuses that are $4,000 a year possible. Our compensation plan is amazing. Just amazing. Okay, let's talk about the leadership. And this is where it gets to be fun, the leadership compensation. And basically you're paid to develop executive directors, and then this elite bonus, that's just over the top bonus. So let's talk about these 2. These are the last 2 ways we get paid. And this is the executive director generation bonus I was speaking of. So I'm going to flash back here real quick. One more. Okay, here, remember here, and when they get to director, you're earning 2%, and it looks like, well, when they get to executive, I earn nothing. And remember I said you move over to the next one. Well, here we go. Let's look at this person you brought on. They become executive director. Well, of course, what happens is you become a regional director if you're not there already. Well, guess what happens? Look at this, 2.5% commission on their entire team if they have a team, not just their front line, but their entire team. So you actually go from 2% when they director to 2.5% when they're executive. Why? And that's on their whole team, because you go from that. Think of them as buckets, that there's money, that the company takes money out of a bucket and gives it to you. So when they hit executive director, you earn 2.5% on their entire team. Now, when they develop, let's say they develop, they continue to bring on coaches. If this coach that you brought on creates an executive director, that would be somebody on your 2nd level. And then if that executive brings on another executive, that's your 3rd level, your 4th level, all the way down. So remember we talked about the FIBC bonus, fully integrated business coach. If you become a fully integrated business coach and your sponsored coach is an executive director who brings on one, well, guess what? Then you get 2.5% on both, and that's teams. For an example, I'm going to use a couple of coaches. I'll use Dee and Lori. And let's say Dee has 20,000 in frontline volume, in team volume. I'm going to use numbers that are easy to calculate. And I would earn, if I'm integrated regional, I'd earn 2.5% on D's. But look at Lori Levin has become an executive director. So what you do on that 20,000 that's D's, you would remove Lori. So let's say Lori's 10,000 of D's 20. So I'd get 2.5% on D, and I'd get 2.5% on Lori. You would subtract Lori's entire team, and they would go into this level 2. So that's how, when there's, executive directors on levels, they drop down. Now, where would it make a difference? Let's say I'm an integrated national, and here's D, and Lori. Lori would be my level 2. And then Lori, who do, give me a name. Let's say
Janae.
Janae is an executive director. And so we would subtract Janae's business from Lori's, and I would only get 2% of that. Then here's Lori's whole, team is subtracted from D's. So say, and I'd get 2.5. So I get a little less on Janae than I do on Lori's team, who is subtracted from Dee's team. Or my thing.
Yeah, or Rebecca, actually, because Rebecca is a
there you go. Exactly. I was just coming up shy. There you go. So it just, so as you promote You go from regional. Integration is important because here you see just as the same regional director, but if you're integrated, you get paid on 2 levels. National director, you're paid on 2 levels, the same 2. But when you become integrated, the company rewards you by paying you on a different level. Same thing with global, you get paid on 4. And yes, the percentage drops, but believe me, this is where the money is. Here's the integrated global. You get another another level. To presidential is 5 levels. Integrated presidential is 6 levels. All I could say here is if you are looking to grow a business, see, it looks like somebody's, wait, I got him. I just admitted him.
Oh, thanks.
This, and you want to make the big bucks. This is long-term money. This is where the money is. This is where you are rewarded for building a team big time. There were years when this, a monthly check, Stan, what would you say, was 75 to 78% of our check was right here. That's a big percentage. This is where your reward for coaching is. It's in building depth. Yeah, the higher your frontline volume, yeah, you can make that 31%, but we run out of time. But this is the exponential growth we talk about. This is where it is. And then I'll throw this last one on. This can really get confusing here, this final bonus, but this is an elite bonus. As a national director, you get paid 0.5% on your entire team. As a global, you get paid 0.5% on your entire team. That's in addition to the national. And then as presidential, it's another 0.5%. So this is 1.5% if you're all 3. It's 1% if you're a national and a global on your entire team. So think of $1 million business, an extra 1.5%. What's that total, Stan? 1.5% of $1 million is $1,500. $1,500 a month. And that's just on a $1 million business, just in this elite leadership bonus. This is gravy. Believe me, this is gravy. On the, yeah, as a national, it's a nice 0.5% on the business. And same, you know, as you, this is on, if you're national who promotes the global, you get both. Understand that. This is crazy. It's kind of mad money, actually. So lots of, I know I just shared a lot of information. This is what the lead bonus looks like. You only get it to the second. Say, I'm a national, Dee's a national, Laurie's a national. I would just get down to Laurie and to that, but that's okay. It's hard to explain, but this is big bucks, big bucks. It's 15,000. The $1 million business, 1.5% is 15,000 a month, not 100, not 15,000. Okay, here we go. I just shared, whoops. Let me go back to this one. All of these different ranks, they just put it in one. This is the final page of this quick start document. Now, where did I get all this information? If you go to OPTAVIA Connect, go into the documents and look for integrated compensation plan. They give you this all in one, you know, one 4-page document, all of this information I just shared. I'm going to stop my share and answer, you know, here and available to answer questions. I hope this helped. Believe me, it's a lot of information.